Good day, Simmers! Welcome once again to SIMantha's FreePlay channel. And for this episode, as I've mentioned, we will be moving on to testing the duplication glitch for the live orb. But this time, we're going to be using the mirrored sink. Now, I'll be trying a different thing because from the last episode, I did the save and exit, but I realized with one of the comments that I had gotten from the last video, I'm using an Android phone, and of course, as we very well know, we have players who are on iOS, so they're using iPhones or an iPad, and the exit is not the same. What they normally do is to swipe something up and then exit. I was able to confirm that yes, it does auto-save the game, just like the save and exit that we have for Android. But since I did not do an actual test on an iPhone, this is what I can suggest that you can do that may be common across both types of phones or operating system. So I'm no longer gonna build the rooms. Okay, so to begin with, again, please take an important note that you have to follow the sequence in adding the items needed or the equipment needed for the duplication glitch. It is important that you follow the sequence because what can happen is if you don't follow it in order, the glitch will not work. So we'll start out with adding the wall TVs. So I just wanted to point out another thing. When we are adding wall TVs, we're referring to the ones that will occupy like 2 boxes. So I'll be using the same ones from the last time, the white ones. Because there are other wall TVs like this one that normally occupies like a 1x4. This is the white essential TV unit. It also should be placed against a wall, but this is not the one we're using for the duplication glitch. Now let's go ahead and get a mirrored sink that we can use. So mirrored sinks and mirrors there. So let's go ahead and use, we have to make sure that not all mirrored sinks will work. So you have to make sure you're using something that can hold an item, and I think this one can. Okay, let's move it there. And then we add the table. So we go into the dining room, and then we get a dining table. So I'm just gonna use the same thing I used from the last time. And then lastly, we are gonna get the live orb from the inventory. So let's see what I can use. Okay, so I do have another bronze life orb here. This is for the entertainer personality, but I have 4. So what you can do if you have 4, because we need to make sure there's only 1 or 2 left, I can put 2 of them here on the ground. That's what you can do. And then place the other 2. Since the sink that we're using can hold a couple of items, let me put them here. There. See? There. Now, we are gonna exit the live orb folder, go into room mode, and we are gonna do the same thing. So we are going to attempt to resize the first room into a 2x4 and then cancel. And as you can see, both live orbs on the mirrored sink are blinking. So we will transfer them, move them one by one onto the table by tapping on each of them, and then transferring them to the table. Now, tapping can take a while before you can move them, but you just need to keep at it. So there, I was able to transfer one, and then tap on the second one, and then place it there. And then we go back into room mode, size it down by pulling up the arrow upwards to the last box for a 1x3, and then cancel. And then as you can see, we now have 4. Now let's go back to the inventory, check and see if we were able to do. Remember when we took out the last 2, there should have been 0 bronze life orbs for the entertainer personality. So let's double check there. So as you can see, the same thing happened. We were able to duplicate this, but it's showing 70 lifestyle points. So let's exit the build mode, and then we will go ahead and, instead of doing the save and exit on the 3 dots right here, we will still click this, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna save the progress to the cloud. All right. Okay, let's just wait for it to load. There. So once you're sure you've saved the progress to the cloud, you can do any regular exit that you do. For Android, if I'm not using the save and exit, I will pull down from the right end and click on this circle right here in the middle to go back into the main screen. And then what I did in between the time from when I clicked the home button to go back to the home screen was to reset my phone and then go back into the game, and then here we are. So let's go ahead and check. So that's the alternate resolution I did for us to change the LPs into the 65K for that to show in the inventory. So let's check this again. I still have the 4 bronze life orbs on the ground. I'm gonna go into the inventory and then click on the life orbs, and as you can see, we have the 65,534 life orbs for the entertainer personality. So let's sell these life orbs that are on the ground. Remember this too that we'd taken out earlier prior to the duplication. I'm gonna sell it. We have 56,174,036 simoleons. So we'll just watch the last 6 digits, 17436, if it's gonna go up. Yes, it now went up to 214.36, and the 65,534 is not affected. So we'll just go ahead and sell them. Do not put them back in the inventory, because I'll give you a sample. If you put this in the inventory, it will not affect it, the number will not go up. Okay, so that's it's a waste of life orb if you place it back on the inventory, because it's not gonna count anyway. It stayed at 65,535. So better to sell them so that you can increase the simoleon. So let's go ahead and sell all of this here. Okay. There. So we now have a total of 56,374,036. Let's try selling one from the inventory. Okay, and the simoleon still went up, and the life orb stayed at 65,000 plus minus 1. Now, get out of the home store, save the progress once again to the cloud, and that should be good. So this goes to show that both the duplication glitch process for the cupboard counters as well as the mirrored sinks still work. There are just a few workarounds that you have to do in order to make sure that you save the progress and you're able to change how it looks on the inventory instead of seeing lifestyle points. It's gonna convert into the number of duplicated items. One other thing I wanted to point out, just in case nothing works and it stays at it stays with the lifestyle points on the inventory, you can still sell them. It's not gonna run out, although you will not know whether or not that's the last life orb that's left for you to sell. So the best thing that you can do is, if this one stays at a if it doesn't convert into the number of duplicated items, what you can do, if it's showing as lifestyle points, just place them on the ground like this. Place it there first, so it can tell you that there's still some more that you can sell, and then you sell it from here, from the ground. So long as you're still seeing a copy, that means to say you haven't run out of the life orbs that you have duplicated. But the moment that you place the life orb on the ground and you don't see a copy anymore on the inventory, that means to say you have to duplicate it again. Okay, those are just what I can suggest. So we'll move on to duplicating rare items that can be placed over the table, but we'll just do a little bit of intermission. I'd like to create a couple of other videos first. I had someone ask me to confirm whether or not the diagonal glitch is still working, so I'll create a short one for that to confirm whether it's still working or if there's another way we can do it. And then I'll also create one for the merge glitch. I've never posted about the merge glitch in my previous videos, but since I recently learned about it, I wanted to make sure that the video I'll be creating for that one is as comprehensive, because it's kind of a difficult one to do, and I'll be explaining that on that particular video. So I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.